I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. 90, Wolf.
36.
Snap.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Now a give, right side. It's Higgins, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 46. Well, the Jets sweep. Here's Grant. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12.
At the Broncos' 48-yard line.
Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Roll out.
Check three.
And ready.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 40. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
All right, here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Switch it.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Going up top. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A huge play there for Denver. 49 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Tony Pollard with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Goodbye.
Running is Jacobs. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's a give to Cook.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Moran. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. You know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Hey, I'm coming. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey.
Moran, incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
You don't want it? Check, boys.
Yes.
53, Mike.
Let's go.
Lock now on 1st down. Open man is QT, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos 7, Raiders nothing.
Ready. 10-2 stop.
53, Mike. Come on.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Here's Locke to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Set, ready. 8, read.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Cover.
5.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage.
That's it.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abukum.
No gain on the play. Brings up
Down.
2nd and
60
10
Pittsburgh.
at the Raiders 19-yard line.
Hey, Foxtrot.
53. 53, Mike. Come on, D.
Now.
Again, it's Locke.
53.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Pilot, 64, weak.
53 is the Mike.
Hey, zoom.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Yep.
53. Hey, watch the screen.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the post.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of the team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Jacobs now. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They run it with Jacobs. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on 1st down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
5.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Here we go. Kill.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Mike 53.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's got a man. It's Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Check, 53.
Look at me, zipper.
Let's go, D.
Let's go. Hit it.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Clelin Ferrell just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Now.
Whip.
Watch Mike.
Now Locke. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Tony Pollard with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. Now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense.
Off play action. Moran. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Bradley Chubb racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Here we go. 50, plant. Get it.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Moran. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Aaron Lynch able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's the Raiders punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Well, they have the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Not here. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Returning it is Moore. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after it.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. Pollard going to try the right side. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
Stay with your man. Mike, 53.
Bravo.
Mike. All right, T, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Jacobs, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 30 base.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
5.
From the gun, Moran. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Took till the 2nd half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Some good strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
Kill.
Look at me. Go.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on, set. 60 or. General West.
Check. Shift.
Get it.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Hey, Haywood. Please trip.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Locke. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, exit.
Hatch it.
Hey.
Shoot.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Locke. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Mike Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. Higgins, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
He was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Milan. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 4th down, Moran. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hey, pick it up, defense.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
60 outlaw.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 2nd and 9, Locke. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice, and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Raiders' 32-yard line.
Ready, set.
53, check 53. Okay, double up.
Shoot.
On second down, Pollard. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Courtland Sutton, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and through, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
A big run there, 29 yards and a 1st.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
On 1st and 10, Moran, and his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, but it'll be 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll find Moreau here. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. It's a gain of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, it's Jacobs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Team 6. Team 6. Snap.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction.
Who's that?
Looking to throw. Moran. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a